Joe Motherfuckers up here playing Trains 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is Coal Country 2.0, Episode 5. All right, we are here with Thomas in the yard, and we have to move the outbounds into such a place that allows the Norfolk Southern trains that are waiting way over here on the other side of the yard to lash onto and haul on out. So let's make sure. Well, come back this way. I guess I could have done it later. We're going to do it now, though. All right, so we're going to go. This is outbound, right? And then we're going to want to, stay off of that. Come this way. Yep. Uh-huh. There are the Norfolk engines right there, so we're going to back it down this way. Tuck them over here. So this massive amount of Norfolk Southern engines can be, here we go, can be lashed on there. Okay. Back to Thomas. There we are. Thomas, you still hooked onto this cut right here? I think you are. Let's see. I got the sniffles, of course. I don't have a cold or anything. I just have the sniffles. All right, now which way is forward for him? I think this way. Well, I could just do this, right? It'll tell me. Yeah, it was that way. I was right. Okay. You don't know what way I was saying. Oh yeah, we don't want to uncouple anymore. Here we go. All right, here we go. Move through the yard this way, Richmond Yard. Here we go, and there we go. That's the switch we got to clear right there. Beautiful. Just a beautiful sight, isn't it? I love this. Absolutely love it. I cannot say it enough times. Here comes Thomas. There we go. There it is. I want to swing the camera over this way. Okay. Take a look at the engine shops here. Just because I felt like it. All right. So now let's come over this way. This is the first batch that we're going to hook onto here. It is the outbound track. I am right. Here it comes. Here we go. All right, very good. We're going to move this one back down to this now. Lash onto the rest of this. You can see up here in the trees is the grain train that I gotta go up there and get that done next. We already uncoupled the engine back in episode 4. The engines. There was more than one. They're now part of that wagon train leaving town with the rest of the NS engines. There we go. Alrighty. Now our conductor would have to have walked all the way back here, but we saved time. We saved time instead of doing the long walk. I only get 45 minutes to play, that's it. So we gotta cut time where time could be cut. Here we go. Now for a drink. Cheers, everyone. Okay, what kind of weight we got here? I don't know. Let's take a look. What the heck? Why not? It's not going to tell me in Imperial, but it will tell me here. It's 2610 metric tons. Got a little wait. Got a lot of coal cars leaving town here. Now we got to get them past this second switch because I'm going to put Thomas up here so that these engines can come this way back into it. And then, can they then pull out? Is this, oh yeah, it'll be the right track. Okay. Be a real shame to get this all lined up and have them on the wrong track. Alrighty, here we go. Someone had said in their comments, one of my later video, one of my latest videos, that I think it was, a matter of fact, Midwestern Grain, that they watched a engine in my last episode go into a siding at 60 mile an hour. I know. You would think they would slow down, but they don't for whatever reason. So they just zip right through. Well, because it's not programmed in. Now there are little things I could put on there that would slow them down. Either invisible speed markers that I could put on there that would make them slow down to more reasonable, like a 35, or some of them are higher speed, like 45. But you know how many markers I had to put down? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to survive with it. That's all. Whole lot of coal coming out of here, but Matt being called the coal country, it all kind of adds up, doesn't it? There's that kid. Don't look at him. That gentleman walking past. Gonna turn around and look around. He's very suspicious. He's waiting for somebody. I don't know what it is. I'm unsure if we should call the law enforcement or not. He could be a subscriber, though, so I probably won't because I don't want him to unsubscribe. Because it's all about the subscriptions. And there's our engine. Our trail engine, anyway. Followed by our lead engine. There we go. Like the rumble of those NS engines. It's cool. Cool beans. Alright, so let's back up here. Stop it right there. And then we will, well, as soon as it stops, we'll apply the handbrake, decouple. Did I flip it? I did. Alrighty, now we're gonna move him up. This track, this crossover has quite a ways to go, so we'll probably move up to this area here. I mean, because, normally if they're right next to one another, I'd usually go past the, switch, like here. But, that's not necessarily move it that far because this one's got a long way to go from all the way over here to all the way over here. So leaves a lot more clearance. Clearance. Then we got to make sure we get Thomas off this track. Oh, he's got to go do the grain train anyway, so it'll make a difference. I was just going to say because we got a passenger train that comes through there automatically. So that would not be good. Okay. Forward march. With this many engines in a row, it's almost like March of the Penguins. The never-ending stream of black and white. All right. Kind of a cool shot here. I like this. Here they come. We probably have this many engines on here because there's been no loads leaving for a little bit. I mean, this is a lot of power. Bordering on the ridiculous. But that's okay. It can be ridiculous. Alrighty. There we go. Right, like that. Back it back this way. He passed the signal at danger. Yeah, whatever. Is this Scott we got with us right now? I'd have to scroll down to find out. I don't feel like doing that. It just said Scott did it at danger. I'm wondering if they mean this guy. I don't know. Oh, gosh darn it. We can run through it going this way, but we're gonna have to stretch or push it. Oh, what? No! No! Oh boy, we're gonna hit it way too fast. Oh! How do they hit the brakes that fast? Now we're gonna have to back it up. I'm hitting the map. My fingers were all over the place. That was a disaster of a manipulating of the controls. Okay, now we got to back all the way back up because I don't know how to throw switches. You can see how they're snapping over like that because we're running through it. Just happy so far anyway that we haven't derailed. All right, I'm trying to remember the track mark I have set up for these. I actually don't have a portal set up for this. This map came with some staging areas, and I've just been going with that. I don't know what I call the track mark, though. I can run over there and take a look if I need to. Let's see. Drive to track mark. Is it going to be Richmond something or another? Richmond out. There we go. Here he comes. Not going to have power problems, I'll tell you that right now. All right, we'll go back to Thomas, and Thomas is going to have to wait for him to pass before we can go up and get the grain train. We'll get one last look at these engines before they leave the map. And all the huge consists they have, too. Nice shot. All kinds of potential thumbnails already I've seen. Alrighty. See you, bye. Somebody was saying that in which one at Level Crossing in Run 8 that they're going to update the physics in it so that coupler braking happens more often. I don't know. Is that going to affect me? Do I do anything? Well, of course, we just saw what happened there. But to the effect of you're going to want to put your loaded cars at the front of the consists instead of, all towards the end, because that's really going to have the, if the empties start up because they're lighter, start up or slow down faster than the loadeds, that can cause coupler breakage. I mean, talk about really thinking about blocking the train. But, yeah, we'll see. Alrighty. There we go. Are we clear? We're clear. Now we'll come back down to this end. There we go. that. A little stuttery right now. I don't know why. There we go. Well, before we move now, let's see where we got to go. All right, so we got that going that way. I don't think we can get to where we need to go going this way, can we? There goes the outbound. See, here's the inbounds right here. Yeah, we can't make it onto this track from there. So, look out, look out. Yeah, we'll have to do the old hee-haw forward and backward thing, you know? It's not really called a hee-haw. Is his bell on right now? No. The ditch lights are flashing, but his bell is not on. Come on up here, buddy. Looks like too, this part of the track here seems to have a lot more oil or whatnot on it. Is that because the engine's sitting idle there for a long time? Not sure. Can't imagine doing any maintenance way out here, right? Get back on the mainline service over there for the passenger train. They do have a boardwalk here, and look at this guy. I've never noticed him standing here before. What are you doing? Well, besides smoking. What's your job? Point it over here. Where? What? I don't see. Weird. Okay. Keep working, I guess. There we go. Back down that way he goes. Can I throw it from all the way over here? You know, I absolutely cannot see that yellow thing. So I'm going to say no, I cannot. I'm starting to think whoever made this map really hates those yellow lock icons, and therefore they're like, I'm going to make them real small. Okay, now we're set up to go grab onto these. Let's go back to the lead engine. There we go. Get our dual GP9s in gear. And why is there a wooden walkway right here? Do crews do a lot of... maybe well, they park a lot of engines here. Maybe that's why. So you walk down here, walk across here. There's some stairs here that go where? Up the gantry? So it's just like a service point for the gantry? I don't know. I don't have any of the answers. Scott is waiting for... Who's Scott now? Let's take a look while we're doing this. Thomas. There's Scott. Yeah, that was him. He's waiting. Why is Scott stuck? Great Scott. Didn't be anything stopping him, right? He should be able to just roll right on out of here. There we go. I was thinking, too, there's an awful lot of grain cars. I mean, this whole cut is grain cars. Is there even that much grain on this map? I don't know. I set this up. What's Scott doing? Where is he? Is he lying to me? No, he's not. He's sitting right here. Scott, what are you doing? What? What? Is he looking to back up? Is that what he's looking to do? For some odd reason. Because he's on the wrong side. He didn't flip over to this side. Is that what's going on? Because here's the staging area. No, because he's got all kinds of places to go to. Are the direction arrows against him? What's he waiting to do? Going out. Scott is stuck and is waiting new instructions. Why, Scott? Why? I bet you it's because of direction arrows, isn't it? Ah, Scott, you disappoint me. What does this thing say? There was a direction marker set against this path. I knew it. Well, but that's... Why did I do that? Because that's dumb. Because there's no way to come across the track on the other side, is there? No, I just assumed... Look, at see, you can cross over this way, but not the other way. All right, all right. You know what's going to have to happen. I'll put you guys on pause and I'll fix this. I'll bring you right back. Okay, yeah, I moved some direction markers around, and now he can leave, as you can see here. Okay, whatever, trees galore. Let's go over this way now. I got lost. Where are we? Here we are. Oh, yeah, here we are. Okay. So now we're going to find out where all these cars are supposed to go. I know some are on this side of the yard. I already looked. So now we're going to back it up. And I think these are all empties, right? We don't bring any grain onto this route. Empty. Oh, look, they do that huge thing. Empty, 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 empty. Yeah, where it does this. I don't know why it does that on some of them, not others. On the shorter ones. Trinity 3 Bay Hopper. Yeah, I don't understand why it does it on some and not others. Oh, I do also understand why I'm not doing this. There we go. All right, now we're going to have to get back over onto this track here. And we just have to go this way, right? Yep, go this way. Go this way. Yep, and then let's make sure. Think it'll come back this far? Let's not tempt fate, shall we? There we go. Of course, if the passenger train comes, yeah. See, that could be a problem. Go all the way back up here. Now, here we are. Past this guy standing here smoking, pointing at the track. All right, now I got to blow my nose. What? Enjoy. Did you, in fact, enjoy? All right. Now I'm going to go this way. And we got to pull all of these past. I should have got a Coke. Running low on Coke. Not dangerously low, but alarmingly low. Or should that be the other way around? I don't know. A lot of these grain trains, I don't normally, grain cars I don't normally use. Look at these con rails. They're nice. Just not sure where these are all going. Is it all to Peabody? Seems like a lot. There's a chip mill. I suppose we could put putting chips in some of them. Yeah, they're in Peabody, there's Purdue and Stanton Grains. I think are they all going there? What am I asking you for? How would you know this? Okay. Now, this would be a time that one person suggested to have on the track profile. Oh, where am I on this track profile? Right here? Is that me? No. Okay, I don't know how to effectively use the track profile. Just because I can't see, on the other end, Smiling Jimmy, who's my conductor, is not going to help me out. Mum's the word with him. But he's... I'm worried about the passenger train coming. Is what I'm getting at. Okay, so let's just see. Did we run over it? I don't think we were going to. Oh, we came closer than I thought, though. Okay, so the passenger train can still make it through here. No problem. We will not be impeding its progress. Now let's see where these are all going. How about click onto here? This is it? Yeah, this is it right here. So Peabody, 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 Peabody. None? What? None, 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 none. What are all these nuns? What the... What in the haystacks is going on? Are these purposely nuns? Or are they not? I have none idea. All right, let me put you guys on pause again, because sometimes I'll put none, meaning they're just through cars. Let me put you guys on pause again and find out what's going on with this. Yeah, they must all be nuns, because the grain on here, the Stanton grain only at most requires 10, and Purdue grades at most requires 5, and we've got, so that's 15, and we've got 42 cars on here. Why did I make a train that is mostly through? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so these here, excuse me, these here on the end are what? Purdue? Well, they're all going to be the same one, right? Yeah, because whether they're Purdue or the other one, what was the other one? Purdue or Stanton makes no difference. So those are all going on to M57. And I think it's just all towards the end here, right? Peabody, 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 Peabody. Yeah, and then it starts none right here on the chassis system. And then these are all nuns. These are all nuns towards the front. All right, well, okay. Get some through grains coming through here, through empties. We're just shuffling them about. Okay, so M54. Now, the next question is where in the heck is that? Let's find it over here first. Overflow. Nope. There we go. Left. There's nothing on the M54 line right now, so... Okay. Well, no. Wait a minute. Do I have this all set up this way? Because we go this way... Then we go... Yeah, see, it's already wrong. Oh, no, it's right. It's right. It's right there. This is wrong. This is wrong. And then M54 is left, which is this one right here, right? And that's where I'm taking them to? Sure not. M57. Why? How did I get 54 in my head? So this is all wrong. Come on. Pull it together there, Mike. We go this way. There we go. All right, that's outbounds. We don't want that. That's the overflow. M57 is left. And look at that. M57 is pretty full. Or we might be able to fit what we got on here. We can go up to this line right here, that sign right there. And there's not that many of them, so we should be able to get them all on there. Let's hope I set everything up right here. All righty. Here we go. Get a close-up of the bridge. For my bridge enthusiast. viewers, of which I am one, of course. It's going to be it's going to be quicker than I thought anyway to get all these cars out of the way because, to shunt them, I should say. Because they're basically going on two different tracks and that's it. And they're blocked in such a way that the first half all go on one, the second half all go on the other. Half is a strong one. The first part. The bigger half goes on a separate track, which really scientifically doesn't make sense. I think I've talked about that before. If it's half, how can one be bigger? It can't be, right? The bigger part. I'm having deja vu because I feel like I've said this before. All right, here we go. Overflow M57 is left. Beautiful. And then we'll stick these other ones on the outbound. Go. Slow it down. Ease it in. Ease it in. There we go. Nice easing. Okay, now where do we got to go back to? That's the next question. No. Where are we at? There we are. Peabody. In fact, where's the first none at? No. None. How about? There's the first none right here. Okay. Just remind people that we're moving again since we stood still for a little bit. I don't think we're going forward. Now, of course, could run down here to see how close we're getting, but then I won't know when to stop going here. The yard's not that big. It's a little big, just not that big. Plus, I don't think there's any cars we're butting up against there, or are there? I don't think there are. So if we need to pull forward and put some on the overflow, we will. You don't really get wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That'll do. Okay, so this should be our first none, right? Oh, press the wrong buttons. That's why. Oh, yeah. It keeps other cars around. Okay, this is the first none. Now, before we break this off, let's make sure we didn't pass the threshold. Yep, there's the "You shall not pass" sign right there. You shall not. Yeah, I'm trying to do a Gandalf. It's just not working. Okay. Oh, but you know what? We didn't move it back far enough. I'll try to keep it even with this car. That's totally wrong. We're going to have to back it up some more. We got plenty of room, though. So worried about doing my Gandalf that I'm not doing my railroad. I don't know that we need to get back this far, but close to it. That'll do. That'll do right there. Gotcha. Perfect. Then we will wait until the slack action lets out. There we go. Then we'll apply the handbrake. We'll back it on up. Here we go. Back it on up. Now we got to find the outbound track, which is that track right next to the passenger station there. I found it. I actually wasn't really looking for it, I suppose. I knew where it was. I just was on it. Okay. These are all nuns, right? I'm checking it again. I made a list and I'm checking it twice. There we go. There we go. Now, this outbound track does not have another local storage on the other side, so this will all fit in here. Well, now I'm starting to say, but what if it goes off the end? It shouldn't. I don't think it's that long, right? I don't know. And these are still overflow. I still have cars in the overflow track. Okay, so let's check the far end. This whole thing. Nah, there's no way we're this long, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, let's go back this way. Here we are. We're going to drop off right here. I think if we clear these frogs right here, we should be good. So we'll take a look at this way so we know when to slow down. That is all kinds of green going somewhere other than here. Richmond don't want you. Going to Ohio, maybe? Iowa? Well, Ohio's a lot closer, but I don't know. How far do these cars get shipped? Do they generally stay in one area? I don't know the answer to that. Could they eventually make their way out to California? I suppose they could. I don't know. You'd think so, though, right? If they're here in Richmond, they could end up in Ohio, which means they could end up in, like, Pennsylvania, which means they could be making their way out to Iowa, Nebraska. And then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to California from there. And now this is looking a lot longer than I remember it. Hopefully it fits. Didn't think I'd run out of room on the outbound track, but then again, I didn't think I'd have a grain train this long coming in. I guess the other beautiful part about playing a bunch of different routes is that you don't remember what you did. So when stuff like this shows up, it's kind of surprising. It's like, ooh, this is an interesting problem. Alrighty. That'll do right there. Let's make sure we're still on this. I think we are. Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of room. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay. So we will apply that right there. We'll decouple. It's going to forget who I am. Then we're going to back it off just a tad. There we go. Alrighty. And that, my friends, ends Thomas's turn. Let me put you all on pause. I'll figure out what we're doing next. So here we are with the Lefroy shunt, which is Norfolk Southern. They are SW1500s, of course. And he's got a little work to do. He's got to set out over at Lefroy Fuel 3 cars. All right, these 2 cars here, he's just dropping here to be picked up when the local comes up from Richmond Yard. He'll hook onto these and pull them back. So what we have to do here now is apply, decouple. No, incorrect. You're already decoupled. Right. So are we going this way? Yeah, we're going this way. Okay. Cool. Alrighty, so he's going to run down here just to clear this switch right here. That one's fine. This one doesn't make a difference, but I looked at it anyway. Over here. Okay. Yeah, Lefroy Fuel is in the other direction. So we'll have to run up there. There is a power plant which will go right by, and our way up there with Lefroy Power. And boy, has it got room for storage. It's ginormous. But I got a lot of cars you know, the spreadsheet is set up to accept up to 100 cars at a shot on that. So we'll see what happens. There we go. Okay. I know I don't have a lot of coal cars coming in. And a lot of mine consists because, obviously, again, this is the coal country route. Now, which way did I just go? Forward? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did. Okay. Now, let's align the switches to get to Lefroy Fuel. Yep. Yes. 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 Switch those back to mainline service after we cross them. This way, then we want to say yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Come over this way. Ooh, what was that? Oh, I thought it was another track. I was like, where's that track? No, it's just road. It's an old dirt road. Here we go. Lefroy Fuel, right? Am I right? Am I right? I am. Okay, yeah, this is the tracks I was talking about. Look at this is for the power plant. Holy storage. I mean, my gosh. There's the power plant itself right there. Crazy. Alrighty, so we're all set up. Sniffle away from the mic. Again, I'm not sick. I am not sick. Why am I sniffling? I can't remember which one of these are our mainline tracks, but we'll switch them all. What the heck? There we go. Back to mainline. Back to mainline. Kind of a cool angle. I like it. And back to mainline. All right. Northern Energy. There you go. Didn't know it was called Northern Energy till I read it right there on the sign. That's why you always got to read the signs. You should find things out. Here's our crossing. We got gates and everything on that to get to the power plant, huh? Well, we can go faster here now. Here we go. I'm not sure where I got these from. Is it from Jordan Rail as well? Could be. Cool. I really like them. Alrighty. Only doing 29 miles an hour. That's not too fast for these turnouts, is it? I don't think so. There we go. And there we go. Catch back up. Go to the trail engine. There we are. Now we're styling. And those are tracks going up the storage for the powerhouse. I just showed you the power plant. Alrighty, around the bend here. See a little bit more of the map going up this way. You already saw it in high speed. Now you just get to see it regular speed. And our switch is right on the other side of this bridge coming up here. We're just humming along here. Now we're going to slow down for this one. Okay. Seems like a slower switch to me. Here we go. Is it clear? It is. All right, now let's align. Did I line the track up here? I don't think I did. We want to go this way. Yeah, we definitely want to go this way. There's all the tankers there. We only want 3 of those. Of the 7 that are up there, only 3 are a necessity. This is a windy little road. Love you ride my bike along here and see this, huh? Probably don't let you up here, though, I bet you. Private property, buddy. Then I'll have to get arrested again. I've never been arrested. In real life. In computer games, lots of times. I've been arrested. I've been killed. All kinds of horrible things have happened to me. I loved every second of it. All right. Now we just want 3 of them. Here we go. Here's the first one. Numero dos. And now trace. And right there. Stop in front of that walkway so as not to obstruct it. There we go. Okay, here's the filling tower right over here. Pull it out past this. I got a big concrete barrier here. This is up. The whole place says stay away. What's this sign say? Danger what? Oh, not sufficient clearance. That's for your conductor. So you don't shave a pound of flesh off his back when he's coming by. All right. Now, this thing here, I've seen this. This is JR's thing here. You know, I've not seen before is this right here. This is a filling station, right? So one of the pipes does come into here. And then are these just the hoses right here? And so this is up here because you got to get up on top and you got to undo the latch and everything, right, from the top. You got to open it up. And then you snake this in there. Now, there's 2 of them. Is it because they do 2 at a time? They snake both of them in there? No way there's enough. It doesn't even look long enough to get into one, but maybe it is. But there's no way it's long enough to put 2 up there at a time, so I think we're going to do 1 at a time here. Okay. Oh, did I hit the switch? I did. Yeah, see, they got to get all that undone to open it up. Seems like a lot of work just to get that lid open, doesn't it? But I guess I really got to make sure it stays closed. And that people aren't going to come in and just pop it open and do whatever they're going to do with it. I mean, people who aren't supposed to be opening it is what I mean. Alrighty. Slow it down, slow it down. Now, I don't know, should I line it up right here? Like right there. Right? So then you can drape these 2 in there and start pumping? Because I don't see any hoses up on this thing. Right? There's no hoses on this thing. So just so you can get up on top. And this pipe does come out here. Where's this pipe go to? Into this mystery building. Probably the pump house, which then comes over here. Yep. And I see it connects up to this one here, this tank right here, but nowhere else. Am I really here to figure out the inner workings of the fuel station? I am not. But what I am here to do is tell you that we're out of time. Yep. We have reached the butter zone. That is the end of episode 5. I had lots of fun, as I always do. It was a load of fun. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that I don't know what all these color-coded pipes mean, well, this just may not be the channel for you.